back to Backtales Stories, where we travel to forgotten corners of the world to uncover the thin line between myth and reality. Tonight, our journey takes us to the island of Madagascar, a land of red earth, ancient forests, and endless swamps. Here, beneath the still waters, something dark moves. A creature, both feared and revered. Locals call it Voay, the Black Crocodile. At dawn, the swamp breathes. Mist curls above the black water, and the reeds tremble, as if something ancient is stirring beneath the surface. They say it's more than an animal, a guardian of the dead, a spirit that watches over the souls of ancestors, resting in the dark peat below. Some hunters claim they've seen it glide across the river without a ripple. Others swear they've heard its hiss echo like a human sigh. In these waters, shadow and memory are one and the same. And when the swamp exhales, you could swear it's whispering a name. Voay. Madagascar, an island where rivers run red with clay and the forests sing with unseen life. Here, the living and the dead share the same ground, and every river has a story. The Malagasy believe the spirits of ancestors linger in the water. They do not vanish after death. They simply change shape. So when a crocodile appears near a sacred grove, people lower their voices. For it may not be an animal they see, but an ancestor returned, a soul with scales. And in the swamps near Voay and Boka, they speak of one darker than all the rest. In the north, they say it guards the gateway to the underworld. In the south, it hunts those who disturb the resting dead. But every village tells its own version. In one tale, a boy disappears while fishing at dusk. His mother lights candles by the water, and there, in the reflection, she sees her son's face beside a black crocodile's eye. Another legend tells of a night when drums echoed across the swamp. Villagers say they saw the creature rise from the water, its body glistening like oil, its eyes pale as the moon. They dropped their torches, and the swamp swallowed the light. Since that night, no one dares to speak its name after dark. In 2019, a small research team ventured deep into the flooded plains of western Madagascar. Their goal? To record and tag the island's remaining crocodile populations. For 3 weeks, they mapped the waterways, setting up camera traps, recording night sounds. But the deeper they went, the quieter the swamp became. By the second week, birds no longer called at dawn. Even insects seemed to avoid the black water. Their logbooks mentioned strange patterns in the mud, drag marks wider than any crocodile they had ever measured, and occasional ripples that moved against the wind. One night, as they drifted near a cluster of drowned trees, their sonar picked up movement. Large, slow, deliberate. Something beneath them turned in the dark. They captured only 6 seconds of audio. A low, resonant growl, unlike any species on record. When the team tried to replay the file, their recorder malfunctioned, and the sound was never recovered. Only the silence remained. In their final report, the lead biologist wrote one sentence: "We may not be alone in these waters." Perhaps that's why the locals say The swamp keeps its own secrets, and not every discovery wants to be found. In 2023, researchers from the University of Antananarivo returned to these waters. They captured samples, photographs, even DNA. What they found was unusual. A population genetically distinct from the Nile crocodiles of mainland Africa. Darker and perfectly adapted to the black peat swamps. Evolution had painted them in shadow, but there was something else, a whisper in the data, a hind of an ancient lineage, unlike any still known today. Science called it isolation, but legend called it survival. Long before humans, Madagascar was home to Voay robustus, a crocodile, heavier than a buffalo, its skull thicker than a man's chest. It vanished 2,000 years ago, at least according to the fossil record. But fossils do not whisper. People do. Some elders believe the black crocodile is what remains, the echo of that ancient predator, diminished by time, yet still carrying its ancestors' rage, a memory that refused to die. And maybe the swamp itself keeps it alive, feeding it silence and fear. They say it was 30 feet long, a creature so vast that when it moved, the water itself seemed to rise around it. A black shadow, older than memory, but legends have a way of growing. Each time the story is told, the creature stretches just a little further. In truth, the fossil record tells another story. The ancient Voay robustus, the real black crocodile of Madagascar, was smaller than the legends claim, but broader, heavier, and far more fearsome. Its skull was thick as stone, its armor ridged and dark. A creature built not for speed, but for power. A giant, yes. And every legend needs its monster, even if that monster was once real. When a black crocodile dies, its body is never found. Villagers say it melts into the mud, returning to the spirits below. During the dry season, the water retreats, and footprints appear on the cracked ground leading nowhere. When the rain returns, the footprints vanish, just as the crocodile does. Each year, villagers leave small offerings at the water's edge. A bowl of rice, a carved mask, sometimes a single white flower. They say it keeps the balance between man and the shadow. Maybe the legend of the black crocodile was never about the animal at all. Maybe it's about us. Our fear of what waits below the surface. Our need to give shape to guilt and death and memory. Across the world, people have seen crocodiles as gods. Egypt's Sobek, India's Makara, Australia's Bunyip, each a reflection of the same truth, that beneath the calm water, there is always something waiting, something ancient, something alive. Science sees an animal, myth sees a spirit. But when the sun sets over Madagascar's wetlands and a black shadow slips beneath the surface, which truth do you believe? The legend or the lineage? the spirit, or the survivor. The water keeps its secrets, and somewhere in the stillness of the swamp, the black crocodile waits. Remember to subscribe for more legends, mysteries, and untold tales from the forgotten corners of the world. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.